Ahead on Q2, flames of fury. Wildfires erupt across Custer County, one forcing evacuations near Miles City. Plus, booming in Billings.
Every family that chooses to use consumer fireworks in Montana does it being safe.
With fireworks celebrations underway, we have tips to make sure your 4th of July doesn't turn into a dud. And signed, sealed, and delivered.
I think it's very popular. It does many things, but one of them is the biggest tax cuts in our country's history. And that alone makes it very popular.
President Donald Trump puts pen to paper on his big, beautiful bill. The MTN 4:30 news starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us on this Independence Day. Happy 4th of July to all. I'm David J. Tonight, evacuation orders remain in place for a Custer County subdivision as a wildfire erupted last night. The Miles Creek fire, burning about 25 miles southwest of Miles City, has already burned 560 acres and continues to threaten structures. Those evacuation orders came in around 9:30 last night by the Custer County Fire and Sheriff's Departments for all residents between Ridge Drive and Woodland Drive in the Moon Creek subdivisions. Crews are asking everyone to use Moon Creek Road to SH Road as the primary evacuation route. As of now, no structures have been burned and firefighters were able to make some progress overnight, but weather conditions continue to be a concern. And fire crews there have been stretched thin as Custer County has seen 16 fires sparked over the last 48 hours, many of those believed to be caused by lightning, and firefighters have been able to contain most of them. Currently, there are more than 60 active fires across the state, with nearly 30 beginning the last 24 hours alone. The Custer County Fire Warden says to stay prepared in times like this and to know your evacuation route. The recommendation is to protect your property by clearing all brush and debris from around your home and make sure any outdoor equipment or fuel is stored safely and away from possible hazards. And lastly, prepare to evacuate your pets and livestock, and if you need help, contact your local animal control services.
Active weather for us on Independence Day around Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. You can see that band of rain and thunderstorms extending from past Great Falls right on cue, right toward the west side of the Billings area, extending all the way down into northern Wyoming too. So some showers in the vicinity of Billings. Not much rain hitting the ground just yet. A couple spotty showers here and there. More around Rygate as well as Harleton. Active weather though in northern Wyoming. We have some showers and thunderstorms. And just a couple minutes ago, this severe thunderstorm warning popped up. This last until 5 o'clock, mainly to areas east of Gray Bull in Bighorn County in Wyoming. Also some more active weather in Powder River County and Carter County. Some showers and storms right along the Wyoming border, and they're slowly moving toward the east with some heavy rain and dangerous lightning, and some more active weather in parts of Treasure County and northern parts of Rosebud County, mainly to the northeast and southeast of Hysham. And we have even more weather moving our way. Our 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Today is America's birthday, where freedom rings proud. Those celebrations often include lighting the sky with fireworks, but those big bangs often have risks, leading to such things as fire starts or injuries. Q2's Hannah Pettiferi has some tips for the trade so your celebrations don't go up in smoke.
It's not just the 4th of July, it's the 4th of July week.
Ashley Hamilton, a nurse at St. V's, says the 4th of July is always a busy time in Billings and across the country.
There was over 10,000 that were firework related, including kids, all different ages.
Hamilton says often those injuries can be blamed on reckless behavior.
People can kind of get careless when they're trying to have a good time.
James Fuller with TNT Fireworks says safety is the top priority.
Every family that chooses to use consumer fireworks in Montana does it being safe.
He says that starts with making sure the product is legal.
When you buy from a reputable dealer, you know you're buying product that's legal and it's consumer-based product.
Another important factor, location, where you light up your fireworks.
Make sure you pick the right location, a proper location that you can have a good, safe distance between you, the person lighting the fireworks, and the spectators.
And he adds, have water close by.
Bring a 5-gallon bucket of water and have that near your show.
Fireworks and sparklers can reach upwards of 2,000 degrees. James suggests using a punk to ignite them.
Keep your body away from the firework device as you light it. Step away at a safe distance and let the show be wonderful without the risk of a potential injury.
Just last year, there were over 14,000 injuries relating back to fireworks throughout the country. That's why officials are making it known to stay safe and responsible.
If you're responsible for putting on the show this year, set down that beer. No alcohol. Alcohol and fireworks, drugs and fireworks do not mix. It's important that you stay sober, be that responsible user, keep everybody safe.
And he adds, have protocols in place so everyone can safely enjoy the fun.
It's just that time of year that you want to be careful with everyone, no matter what activities you're doing.
In Billings, Hannah Pettiferry, MTN News.
And remember, the Billings Fireworks Show is back at Castle Rock Park this year. The event returns to Castle Rock for the first time since COVID, with Metro Park serving as the host the last few years. The fun has already begun with music, live entertainment, food trucks, and games throughout the night. The Celebrate Freedom Fireworks Show will then begin at dark. A shuttle will be running from Skyview High School and Harvest Church. In addition to celebrating the country's independence this 4th of July, the White House is also celebrating President Trump's big legislative victory. Erica Brown is at the nation's capital, where the president signed into law the One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
With the stroke of his pen, President Trump signed his massive tax cut and spending package, dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, into law.
It's the most popular bill ever signed in the history of our country. You have the biggest tax cut, the biggest spending cut, the largest border security investment in American history. We want to have strong borders.
The legislation increases spending for border security and defense and extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts.
This is a triumph of democracy on the birthday of democracy, and I have to say that the people are happy.
It also makes steep cuts to safety net programs, including SNAP, the Food Assistance Program, and Medicaid. The bill will also add more than $3 trillion to the deficit over the next decade, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. The bill signing was part of the 4th of July festivities at the White House, which also included a flyover by a B-2 Spirit bomber, the same aircraft used in the American strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities in June. The pilots who flew the mission attended Friday's celebration. While President Trump is celebrating a key domestic win, ending the war in Ukraine remains a challenge. The president spoke with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky by phone Friday morning, a day after his call with Russian President Vladimir Putin. In a social media post Friday, Zelensky said the two leaders discussed air defenses and agreed to work together to protect Ukraine's skies. Overnight, Russia hit Ukraine with a barrage of drone and missile strikes just hours after Trump's call with Putin. The president said after the call that he was very disappointed with the conversation and he didn't think Putin was looking to stop the fighting. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
During this year's Montana legislative session, lawmakers approved some big changes to the way people in the state vote. But several of those changes are already facing challenges in court. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian breaks down 3 of the active lawsuits.
By the time the 2026 Montana elections roll around, there could be changes in when people can register to vote and when and how they vote, if the laws establishing those changes make it through legal challenges.
Our members feel like there's no compromise on democracy or on access to our own democracy.
Amanda Curtis is president of the Montana Federation of Public Employees, the state's largest union, which filed suit against 2 new laws. Senate Bill 276 changes the rules for what identification voters need to provide, including requiring it to be current, valid, and readable. Senate Bill 490 limits Election Day voter registration in federal elections, closing registration at noon on Election Day, though opening late registration on the Saturday before. Supporters of the law said same-day registration puts pressure on elections staff, but Curtis said the change would create confusion and make it harder for those working non-traditional hours to register.
We need to be able to get off work on Election Day and go register and vote. So it's something that our members have felt pretty deeply and personally for quite some time.
Groups like the ACLU and Western Native Voice have also sought to intervene in the case, specifically claiming that shortening Election Day registration would disproportionately harm Native Americans. In two other cases, organizations are challenging House Bill 413, which says students can't register to vote in a Montana county if they don't intend to live there permanently after school, and House Bill 719, which says absentee voters have to write their date of birth on their ballot envelope. Both of these cases were filed in state district court, but Attorney General Austin Knudson's office defending the law has attempted to move both to federal court. In a statement, a spokesperson for Knudson's office said, quote, "Yet again, left-leaning organizations are taking aim at common sense, duly enacted laws that protect the integrity of our elections. We look forward to defending them in court, which includes exercising the right to remove cases to federal court when federal claims are raised, such as the challenges to HB 413 and HB 719. We're now just 11 months away from the federal and state primary elections in June of 2026. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
Measles continuing to spread across Montana with another child as the latest case. That case was confirmed in Gallatin County and is due to the exposure from a previous infection. It is the 16th reported case in that county, with the 24th measles case in Montana as a whole. Over in Wyoming, the Cowboy State has reported its first case of measles since 2010. Measles is far from the only health concern right now. A new COVID variant is behind a growing number of cases. Maura Barrett reports on the Nimbus variant and the state of COVID in the U.S.
A new COVID variant is behind a growing number of cases. It's called NB181, or the Nimbus variant, and makes up 43% of new cases in the U.S., according to CDC data from June. But the CDC notes its most recent data is insufficient. The strain has been detected in 19 states.
Whenever there's a virus that's increasing in terms of its percentage of the people it's infecting, we always keep an eye on it.
The Nimbus variant isn't driving a spike in hospitalizations, but it's been reported to cause extreme sore throats. Dr. Edward Liu is the chief of infectious diseases at Jersey Shore University Medical Center.
The colloquial name is razor blade throat, and it presents as a very severe sore throat that might be different than a prior cases of COVID in the past.
Overall, COVID cases in the U.S. remain stable. Test positivity was at just 3% as of June 21st. That means the Nimbus variant is worth monitoring, but experts aren't sounding the alarm just yet, says virologist Andrew Pekosh.
I think this is a case where a variant is increasing, but the total number of cases are not increasing. So that tells us that maybe this isn't a really serious variant or anything that we should concern ourselves so far.
While COVID cases are steady, there has been a spike every summer since the pandemic. Maura Barrett, Scripps News Group, Chicago.
Still to come on the MTN 430 News on Q2. Biting into another championship. Joey Chestnut is back like he never left, conquering the traditional 4th of July hot dog eating contest. We'll show you that. But first, will the weather cooperate for all of your 4th of July plans? Jason has the full 7-day forecast right after this.